What if you wake up in the world of 2080? What do you think the world would be like? It is comprehensible that the technology of that time will have a huge breakthrough, but 2080 is the time when the sci-fi elements will no longer be just fiction. Will there be any Mars colony? Can you even guess how our outfits would be? What if it becomes like what we saw in the Black Panther movie? Well, as you can see, the technology of 2080 will come with lucrative surprises, so stay tuned to find out the top 7 future technologies in 2080. Welcome to our channel Futured. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to get updated on everything on future technology. Science and research are leaving no stone unturned to make the impossible possible, make our lifestyle faster and smoother, and make the world a better place. With the pace the scientific development has already picked, by 2080, we'd see a jaw-dropping advancement in the world. So what major upgradation will we see in 2080? Let's find out. Significant technical developments in 2080 will forever change the globe. Number 1, for the first time in history, transhumanism is now mainstream. Some individuals are becoming to resemble robots rather than biological beings. A vast range of biotechnology in plants and personal medical gadgets is now available to the common individual. These include fully artificial organs that never fail, bionic eyes and ears that provide Superman-like senses, nanoscale brain interfaces to augment a user's intelligence, synthetic blood and bodily fluids that can filter deadly toxins and provide hours' worth of oxygen in a single breath. The bravest among us are voluntarily having their arms and legs amputated to receive artificial limbs. Those increase their strength and endurance by a factor of 10. There's even nanotechnology-based artificial skin that can be utilized to give iron limbs the look of genuine skin. If a completely upgraded person from the 2080s traveled 100 years back in time, they would be superior to everyone else in nearly every manner possible. They would be able to run faster and for longer distances than the finest athletes of the period, and they would be able to withstand numerous gunshots. They were also capable of surviving in some of the world's most inhospitable situations. Because nanobots and brain-computer interfaces have been integrated directly into their brains, they would be deemed geniuses. Due to price reductions, even underdeveloped nations now have access to some of the available improvements. Number 2, sophisticated nanotech clothes will become commonplace in 2080. When a nanotech suit can perform many functions and turn into an infinite number of designs and shapes, a whole wardrobe is no longer required. Even though nanotech suits are largely reserved for specialized individuals, military special forces, and government leaders, a few of them are making their way into the general populace. A modern high-end home closet could have 10 compartments built into the wall or floor. Nanobots and molecular building ingredients would be kept in this container. A user can stand on or touch this compartment and use voice commands or thoughts to provide directions on what to make. After that, each nanobot is programmed with the final garment design and sent to work. Nanobots then form a wearable suit that wraps around a person's body. Depending on the purpose of the costume, the entire procedure can be done in a couple of seconds. Carbon nanotubes, programmable matter, metamaterials, claytronic, and a variety of other materials might be included. They can become as hard as steel to block a knife or bullet when it comes to usefulness. In the case of an accident or a fall, they can become cushioned. Firefighters and other rescue personnel can be protected from threats such as fire and radiation. During an emergency, they can swiftly alter themselves into beneficial forms. If a person is harmed, the fabric can provide life-saving medications, and medical nanobots may be contracted to seal in place. They can shield individuals from micrometeorites, cosmic rays, air pressure fluctuations, and other dangers. They can float in case a person drowns, and medical instruments included in these costumes can monitor for a variety of diseases, including cancer and infection, and inform the user before any harm is done. Nanowires implanted throughout the garment material collect solar radiation and create electricity from footfall, providing the power required for these many tasks. Number 3, the vast majority of the solar system is being investigated. Most individuals in the middle-class brackets can afford space elevators and space hotels. However, excursions around the world are now possible for those in the highest tiers. Expensive guided trips to the lunar surface are now offered for the bravest. The Apollo landing sites, which are ringed by a perimeter fence, are one of the most popular tourist locations. On the surface of Mars, there are presently many permanent bases. By 2080, Mars' population, infrastructure, and self-sufficiency will have expanded to the point where it will be able to proclaim independence. There is a constant stream of ordinary people who want to leave Earth and start a new life on Mars, as Elon Musk dreams about. Asteroid mining is still a booming business. It's also one of the key reasons why the globe has more than 10 trillionaires. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter is where most mining activities take place. These anomalies, however, stretch as far as a vast collection of asteroids orbiting the Sun in the same orbit as Jupiter. The activities are almost totally automated and monitored by sophisticated artificial intelligence across the whole solar system, from Earth to Jupiter, in a network of refilling stations that currently offer a ready supply of propellants. Water is separated into hydrogen and oxygen to make this propellant. Much of the solar system's inner reaches are now home to a vibrant industry. For government and economic purposes, attention has been drawn to the gas giant's latent potential. Titan, Saturn's biggest moon, is by far the most viable possibility, since antimatter-powered spaceship can travel to Saturn in about 5 months. Titan, its biggest moon, contains the first human colonies. Titan's population is now limited to scientists, government officials, and corporate employees. Returning to the Moon and Mars, average citizens wanting to start a new life will ultimately be included. That distance from Earth is hundreds of millions of kilometers. It will become a significant center for science, research, business, and tourism in the outer solar system in the 21 countries. Number 4. Viruses are being mimicked at a quantum level. Quantum chromodynamics has advanced as a result of these advancements. Viruses have now been correctly modeled and simulated down to the quantum level for the great majority of them. This tells us if we have a comprehensive image of these small creatures, which range in size from 20 to 300 nanometers. This comprehensive knowledge of viruses can pave the road for total immunity to them. Perfect simulations of larger species and objects will become achievable as this field of study progresses, providing fresh insights into the nature of matter. For example, if we can model a human body, we will be able to develop synthetic human bodies that are functionally comparable or better. Number 5 is that PICO technology is becoming more feasible. Technology on the trillionth of a meter scale is becoming conceivable. PICO technology is a tenth of the size of nanotechnology from previous decades. It may be used to change the structure and characteristics of individual atoms by manipulating the energy levels of electrons, among other things. This can result in metastable states with a wide range of features. This will enable you to develop new and unusual forms of matter, such as carbon nanotube-like materials that are tougher and lighter in weight. It will also enable people to produce subatomically detailed scans of human brains. We may be able to develop synthetic brains that process information thousands or even millions of times quicker than biological brains using this knowledge. Number 6, a tunnel linking the US and Europe is now being constructed. This tunnel is one of the most massive and complex engineering undertakings ever attempted. It's being developed with the assistance of modern robotics and robots guided by strong AI eyes and capable of 4,000 miles per hour magnetic levitation. Passengers may get from the United States to Europe in less than an hour if they use this ton. Carbon nanotubes as well as strong geosensing devices were used extensively in the constructions created. In the case of an underwater earthquake, carbon nanotubes can self-adjust. It's also worth noting that the railway carriages run in a full vacuum. As a result of the lack of air friction, hypersonic speeds may be achieved. The cost of this project is estimated to be between $88 and $175 billion. Number 7. Almost all of the world's power is now carbon-free. Both coal and oil had been practically phased out by 2060. Solar electricity was used in some fashion in almost every new construction throughout the world. By the late 2070s, it will be too late. Even the poorest countries have attained carbon-free power. Solar cells are approaching their theoretical efficiency limit after more than a century of development. Their interior structures have mainly been developed thanks to nanotechnology. Solar panels of the newest generation are not only cheaper and more accessible than ever before, but they can also access a larger range of the electromagnetic spectrum from visible light to infrared. Solar panels are also more durable and long-lasting than ever before, and they can be customized to blend in with existing structures. Huge clusters of solar power satellites currently circle the Earth, providing 100% coverage to anywhere electricity is needed, after gaining commercial feasibility in the 2040s. Furthermore, offshore wind turbine installations have grown in recent decades and may soon be strong enough to alter Earth's air currents. Hydroelectricity, which includes producing electricity from flowing water, has lost ground in terms of global power consumption. However, recent breakthroughs in wave, tidal, and ocean thermal energy have helped it remain a key source of electricity. Meanwhile, nuclear fusion has made its way from the lab to the marketplace in several countries. For the time being, it accounts for a small fraction of worldwide electricity. This is partially due to the significant capital investment expenses involved. However, as their technology shrinks in size and is more utilized for space-based applications, it will likely see more utilization in the 2100s. So it's evident now that 2080 would be out and our jaw-dropping in its technological advancement. The science would go far beyond the AI and robot-related achievements. Apart from our predictions, how do you think the future world of 2080 will be? Do you think we would invent the time machine or find the secret to being immortal by then? Let us know in the comment below. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get updated with everything on future technology. Thank you for watching.